Hello, and welcome. And we got another new South Park episode this week called The Big Fix. Let's get into this. This episode had a great opening at some sort of farming convention, basically telling all the wheat farmers that there's some sort of white, or there's too much whiteness in the wheat farming business, and basically telling them to hire, to be more diverse and to hire more, ethnic people. This is a great reflection in the past couple years where companies have been doing more diverse hires over merit hires. This is also reminds me of the article I read a couple years ago in Africa where they took away farms from the white farmers to give to the black farmers, but the problem is that they didn't know how to use any of the farming equipment, let alone how to farm at all. So it ended up being a big disaster where all the white farmers had no farm and all the black farmers didn't know how to farm. So it ended up just being a big disaster all around. The next scene, Randy's calling his family for not knowing or not really having any black friends or knowing any black people, and sends Stan on a mission to get the only black kid in school to come over to dinners so they can get closer with their family. When Stan gets back with the black family, that's literally the last name. Good job, Matt and Trey. Over for dinner, Randy makes sure to get some pictures with them to post, I guess, to virtue signal basically to the world that they're the only farm in town with some representation. And he brings up the question of why they named their kid Token, and it's actually revealed that his name's actually Tolkien, not Token, based from the Lord of the Rings Arthur. I died laughing at this because it seemed like a joke they've had all this time, and this was the perfect time to set it as Amazon releases a bunch of photos and plot detailing their up and coming show, and this couldn't have come at a better timing. Now Stan's having a morality crisis because this whole time he thought that it was Token, not Tolkien, making him look like the asshole the whole time. Like even Cartman knew because in the episode he called Stan, or he called Kyle. Kyle knew, and then he's like, well, Cartman knew, so then he called Cartman, and Cartman's the guy I knew the whole time. So next comes to one of my favorite scenes where Stan starts talking to a doctor about it, and the doctor breaks the fourth wall, calling all of us out, and like, how could have we not known, and that we're all the problem, we're all the racists and isms and all that stuff. And then he sends Stan to start reading all the Tolkien books, but I guess with some sort of like black filter, I guess, because that's how everyone's reading the stories. And I guess that puts Amazon's Lord of the Rings in some sort of perspective. Because I guess that's how they're writing it, and boy, does it not look good at all. Anyways, after Stan goes on this voyage of woking up, he has to share with everyone and trying to get everyone involved in some sort of assembly to try to make some awareness for Tolkien or something. But it turns out he hates his name and all the wizard and dragon shit, as he calls it. This kind of goes in hand in hand real life counterpart where someone would go on crusade for someone else and some sort of people and the people actually involved or who it affects they don't actually care, and it really doesn't affect them at all. So they in turn turn an anthill to a mountain. Meanwhile, what's going on in the B plot is Randy is getting his dad more involved in the weed business, giving him nothing to do positions that don't really have anything to do with Integrity Farm, but just to have him around for pictures and the diversity. And when he brings Randy a great idea, and Randy rejects it, he finally catches on what he's doing, and he decides to quit. And taking the knowledge he's learned from Integrity, he starts his own farm right across the street, calling it Cred Farm, which I thought was a really funny name. And this is setting up a battle between the farms. And I'm guessing that's going to be an all-out comedy warfare for the whole season. Overall, this is a great episode, and I was never really bored with it at all. And there's plenty of laughs and making fun of the cultural appropriation, diversity, and everything never really gets old. Not sure about putting the music numbers in every single show now, but this one was pretty funny, and it played off a Paul McCartney song. And the timing for the Lord of the Rings bit couldn't have come at a better time. Anyways, thanks for listening. I'll catch you next week.